All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition. What's going on with your hair there, Nick? Your hair.
It's disappearing like in the I was just looking at that and I'm like, huh, that's weird.
Well, it's because
Because
of the green screen. It makes it look like you're balding or
no,
something.
I know, yeah, but I got a full head of hair, okay? See that?
Yeah,
See it? It's the real deal.
I guess just a lack
Um,
of light or something. But yeah, it looks like this. Wait, lean back again. This is what you're gonna look like when you start like balding a little bit more.
pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Maybe I'll grow one of those, ponytails with the middle part missing.
Hell yeah.
Definitely keep the mustache.
Nice. Well, yeah, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Live SEO Support. You ask us any SEO questions, and we do our darndest to answer to the best of our ability. We've got a lot to get to today. We've still got some audits that we've been meaning to get to for some people, as well as just some questions people have asked us elsewhere. So we're gonna go ahead and just get right into it because yeah, got a lot to do.
John, there's no shame in balding, brother. We're all gonna be there soon.
Not me.
Whatever.
All right. Uh, hey Vijay, what is Asking Games? Is that like some random website you want us to review? If so, go ahead and drop the URL in there. We'll try to get to it, but we might not be able to get to it today. And
A
yeah,
lot of stuff on the back burner.
let us know why you want us to do it as well. And yeah, there's about a 13-hour difference where I'm at. Actually, I'm in
Oh yeah.
Bangkok, Thailand right now, and I just got here a few days ago, and I'll be here for the next 2 or 3 months. And so, yeah, it's like 1 a.m. here. Definitely a bit of a split stream scenario going on with me and Nick at the moment.
Yeah. We might have to change the time up a little bit, starting probably next week, so Chris isn't so sleepy.
Yeah, 1 a.m.'s it's a little bit late for sure.
I wouldn't want to do the show at 1
Yeah,
a.m.
yeah,
You know,
definitely a little late.
no.
All right.
First off, if you're at the show and you like it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Case study.
It's November, so the 25% off sale is starting on the 24th, all the way through 4th of December.
Good
And then,
idea, man.
do what?
Good idea plugging the sale. I'll go
Oh,
ahead
yeah,
and
well,
drop that in
kind
the
of
chat.
important. And then the 50-page case study download is finally available. There's a post about it in the group. There's some ads running, or you can just search Sir Link-Salot case studies and go to that page, and it'll be the first one that pops up.
I went ahead and dropped it in the chat as well. So yeah, sale info
Nice.
in the chat, 25% off, biggest sale of the year. Don't miss it if you need backlinks. And yeah, the case study is also our biggest case study to date. It goes a lot more in depth than just link building. It kind of covers everything in this one. So taking an affiliate site all the way to from 0 to 40K. So definitely check that out if you're into building content sites or an affiliate sites or whatever. That's got tips in there for everybody. Hey Halim, we are definitely wizards. How are you doing, fellow wizard? I like
I
that.
have I have a wand somewhere, actually.
I
It was
bet
a
you do.
gift. Yeah, yeah, I do.
Hey John, go ahead, go to our channel and you can Google or you can search for a helpful content update, and that'll help you out. I would just answer you more in depth right now, but we just did like a pretty in-depth video on the helpful content update last week. So definitely use the search feature on our channel. And yeah, I would get to you, but we've just got a ton of stuff we're trying to get to today. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, the video we made before is pretty good, I think. All right. So let's get going. If the affiliate EMD is taken, should I buy the hyphenated domain name or should I add a word to the EMD and make it a PMD? MexicoCity.mx is taken, but Mexico-City.mx and MyMexicoCity.mx are available. Which of these two, from an SEO perspective, is better and why? I suppose it has to be .mx. I'll say one thing. If you're trying to make a domain name that's like very similar to an affiliate's domain name, I would be careful with that. like for example, in our affiliate program, if you're doing something like that, we'll just ban you. You'll get kicked out. You'll receive no commissions for like you're basically imitating our likeness or whatever. It's too similar to our actual website, and I think a lot of other affiliates do the same thing. So
Yeah, I
if
would
that's
imagine
yeah,
the
it's just kind of
majority.
a
Yeah.
yeah. You can't make your domain look close to their brand. It's no bueno. Um, but if that's not the case, then I'm just kind of not understanding it right. Um, as far as an SEO perspective goes on what you're doing here with the domain name, I don't think it really matters. I'm not really a fan of hyphens, to be honest. I just think they look bad.
Right.
So I like your example of mymexicocity.mx. I think it's just a nicer, kind of feels better, more brandable feeling domain. Yeah, the hyphen just feels kind of not as good to me. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I would agree with you. No hyphen, and then yeah, just kind of create your own brand. Because especially if you're doing affiliate stuff, you kind of hypothetical, even if you're not an affiliate for somebody and you're taking or targeting, emulating a similar brand, depending on how big that company is, they could hit you with the cease and desist letter, stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it's just, even if it's not a big deal to you, it's still annoying to have to rebrand an entire website. So, I mean, I would just, go with new branding, go ahead and pick something. You could do Mexico City whatever .mx, and then that's its own brand in and of itself. So yeah, the basically that, and then just what Chris said about not using the hyphen.
For sure.
Just on a
Yeah.
personal note, right? With
Yeah, I don't
that,
think it
it's
makes
not,
any SEO
no.
difference really. All right, let's go next one. Suppose my affiliate site is gamingmonitor.com. If I write enough content to cover the topic gaming monitor, will Google consider that site has achieved topical coverage, or would Google expect me to write also about monitors in general, baby monitors, portable monitors, Asus monitors, etc.? Um, I understand your question. I just don't know if I can answer it in like a super truthful way. I would say I think you would be fine if like you just had a website called gamingmonitor.com and you wrote all about gaming monitors. I think you could be fine with that. Um, that you would just need to make sure you cover everything gaming related. There's nothing Google doesn't require you that you cover like all types of monitors. You could have a website just dedicated to gaming monitors. So I don't think it makes sense from Google's perspective to not allow you to rank for stuff. Um, Let me see if I'm missing anything else in this question. But yeah, I mean,
Well,
as far as achieving topical coverage goes, you would just really want to hit hard on anything kind of related to gaming monitors, right? You wouldn't necessarily need to cover more general monitors to establish topical coverage for gaming monitor. I don't think so. Um, but when in doubt, you could always like check the SERPs and just see if there's any kind of sites that are similar, right? Um, because you kind of never know what Google's going to do. Maybe they are doing it for whatever niche you're looking at. So just go look at page one, page two, see if there's anything that's more niched down in there. And I think, for example, for your gaming monitor um, example, I think you'll find a decent amount that are more niched down. But there'll also be some big players in there just because it's tech or whatever. It's kind of a a difficult niche. What do you think, Nick?
yeah, so, ideally what you want to do, again, this always starts with keyword research, right? So you'd want to look up the umbrella of the topic that you're going after, which is gaming monitor, right? You're already getting an exact match domain, right? Did I see that in there? Yeah. For that, so if that's your goal set, then you would want to get all the topic written based closest to what you're trying to rank for, right? So specific to gaming. However, if you find some juicy long tails or something like that that's not quite gaming related, it could still work for you to go after those topics and still be an affiliate for those topics. Even though it's not gaming related, anything monitor related, so portable monitors, baby monitors, etc., is going to have relevance to what your URL is about and what the overall site's about. So interlinking is going to be useful there. If it's high traffic, easy to target, then sure, why not? Is it going to be the ideal, niche down article to go after things specific to gaming monitor? No, not necessarily. But getting traffic to, or worthwhile traffic to a site, has its own advantage too. And especially if you can monetize it, then a lot of times it's worthwhile to go after.
I want to
So
go a
yeah,
little, sorry, go ahead.
no, that's it.
I was going to say, I want to go a little more in detail in my answer because the question is essentially, can you niche down? And the answer is you can absolutely niche down. But like I was saying before, for whatever reason, in certain niches, Google has decided that they do not prefer sites that are niche down, and they prefer these massive authority sites. Like maybe for gaming monitor, you look at the SERPs and it's all like Best Buy, Amazon, Walmart, Target, whatever, stuff like that. Then you'd have to ask yourself, so basically, would niching down still work? And what you kind of want to look for is hopefully somewhere on page one, there's at least one example of a site that is more niche down like that. And that would give you your answer, like I was talking about before, that there's basically someone else that's able to do it. But yeah, niching down is definitely a tactic. You can definitely get, you're just super relevant. Your whole site is just super relevant for this one thing more than a general site like Best Buy or whatever would be. So it's definitely a tactic. But yeah, it just kind of depends on the SERP a bit. I would just definitely pay attention to what the SERPs look like. Anything else to add, Nick?
All set.
All right. Let's see if we got. Guess we'll go ahead and answer a couple questions from the chat. I don't know how much of the audits we're going to be able to get through today. All right. What are your thoughts on cloud authority backlinks from Google Cloud, Amazon S3, Azure? Yeah, so I think people basically refer to this as cloud stacking. Is that right, Nick? I'm definitely not an expert on this stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's an older tactic.
Okay, yeah, so cloud, we basically regard it doing this kind of thing as a form of pillow linking. If you're not really familiar with the kind of lingo we use around here, pillow linking is just kind of these links that anybody can really go and make pretty easily on kind of like user-generated content type sites. For example, like citations or even like a blog comment or Web 2.0, YouTube videos, anything like that. We kind of put these in the same category. They can be all right. It's not something we'd base a link building strategy around at all. You can get a few of them if you want to. And it's not going to hurt. It might help a little bit, but I think the results you'll get from something like this are pretty negligible. But you use it more for kind of diversification purposes, just adding a bit of randomness to your backlink profile. And yep, that's that. So I wouldn't really expect too much out of these things other than just adding a little diversity into the mix. Anything to add, Nick?
No, that's about it.
Cool. Alex, thank you for the algorithm boosting comment. Much appreciated, brother. See what we got over here. And then we'll go to grab some, I think we got some Facebook questions after this one, guys. Thanks for waiting. Do you think creating sites on these platforms and pointing them to the money page, it's a continuation of the last question. Do you think creating sites on these platforms and pointing them back to the money page or tier one, which points to the money page, will help? Sorry, one second. Do you think creating these sites?
I'll take it. So I would recommend not doing that. And, this is something that we'll just talk about on the broader picture of pillow links in general, is that you're not typically using them towards inner pages. Now, with some of them you can, right? Because some of these maybe you would be talking about stuff that's going on in an inner page, but if you're just talking about getting a cloud stacking blast, just use it to the home page. Don't overdo it. And then on a personal note, I don't really like to use pillow links for tiered link building either, unless it's something like a Web 2.0 or something along those lines. So yeah, I mean, just especially when in doubt, it's best practice to use pillow links exclusively to your homepage. It's just where they fit more naturally. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah. But yeah, like Nick was saying, in some cases it could work. But in general, we don't really bother building pillow links to as like a tiered linking tool. We're going to be using something like our low authority niche edits packs, just because it's cheaper. They're low authority links, but they're real links, and they're much cheaper than a more authoritative link, or maybe some of our cheaper PBN links. Not saying like super bad PBN links, but just, for example, we sell PBN links that are, some of them are cheaper. Our low authority PBN links, basically. Some people do use a little bit of the, I'm not going to say spammier stuff. Well, some people do just use straight up spam for tiered link building, but you could probably get away with some not super stellar PBNs as well if you wanted to, but not something I really like to do either. Yeah, I think we got that one wrapped up. Yeah, thanks for showing up, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. It helps us out a lot. Also join us on Facebook, SEO Roundtable. We're in there every day answering questions and whatnot. Also, scroll up if you just got in here. We posted our Black Friday sale, 25% off backlinks, biggest sale of the year. Check that out. As well as Nick's new case study. Everyone give Nick a round of applause. He finished the case study.
I finally did it.
He did a thing.
It took a while.
He has been working on it quite a while. It's a big old case study. It covers a lot of stuff. So definitely check that out, especially if you're an affiliate, because it goes into monetization and a bunch of cool stuff. So definitely a nice read.
Let
all
us
right.
know what you think.
Let's see what we got next. I think we're going to go ahead and jump into, I think we got one more question before a site audit. Sorry if I seem a little tired. It's 1 a.m. here. Feeling a little.
Thank Chris for showing up, though. He was a trooper. We had the opportunity to cancel it, and he said no.
I've also been like staying up till like 4 a.m.
Yeah, I noticed that about you since you got
I'm in Bangkok now. Still have not adjusted to the time. Dude, I've been sleeping like 10 hours a night. It's crazy. Like I normally don't even get anywhere close to 10 hours, but it's like I can't not get 10 hours. I'm just like...
You probably need it a little bit, you know?
I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna start calling you Bangkok Dangerous, after the Nick Cage movie.
I haven't even been doing anything. I've just been getting settled in here and, getting used to my surroundings, how to get food and all that, getting set up in the apartment. I don't know, doing some work. I really haven't done too much here yet.
If you're in the Bangkok area and you want a date with Christopher, go ahead and inbox info@sirlinksalot at gmail.com.
Yeah, if anyone is in Bangkok, go ahead and shoot me a message on Facebook or whatever. I'll be down to meet up for dinner or drinks, or dinner and drinks.
My hair disappearing is starting to, freak me out a little bit. It's like the further I get, the...
Yeah, definitely. The green screen's doing something today. Do you not have a light turned on or something?
No, everything's the same. That's why it's funny, like, the variables will always be the same, but then different things happen at random, All
right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to this one. When you 301 a page, can you totally cut the content, leave the blank? I feel like my brain's not working as I'm reading this. You're gonna have to answer these long ones, Nick. When you 301 a page, can you totally cut the content, leave the page blank with no content, paste the content onto the new page, then 301 redirect it to the old one to the new one, or do you need to leave some content on the original page?
No, you're gonna be transferring everything. However,
well, he's saying, do you have to delete it on the old page? Should I delete it off?
No, I mean, like when you 301, you're essentially saying this thing, this permalink, right? So yourwebsite.com / the page I want to 301, you would take that page and 301 it to the new page, which would be the new permalink. So, website.com / here's where I want the 301.
So just to be clear,
You would forward
you
it.
do not
You're
delete.
not
Yeah,
deleting anything.
yeah, you
Yeah.
don't delete it.
Now, you would want to, if you want to save that content from the old page, and here's where I'm getting a little bit confused, because if you're in WordPress, you would just go into that post or page and you would change what you want the URL to be. So you would just change the permalink structure, and then it would auto update. And then you would go into a 301 redirect plugin or into cPanel, and you would do a 301 for that old URL, the one that you changed the permalink to the new one. And so that's the cleanest way I can explain it. Unless Chris, you want to get something up to draw it or something.
I kind of just spaced out everything
But
you
it's
said. I was
like,
literally just like staring at the wall or
golly, but
something.
1 a.m. is too late for
Hey,
that boy over
but
there.
no, I think we got it.
No,
You
you're
just,
doing good. You're doing good.
yeah,
You're fine. You're
you don't
fine.
gotta delete the content. You just leave that page and you just 301 it to the new one. You don't
But
gotta delete anything.
yeah, but right, so if he's on WordPress, you would just go in, you would change the permalink structure to that post or page. Then you would 301 the old permalink to
So
the
it
new
is kind of like
permalink.
deleting it in a
I hope
way.
that makes
Well, not
sense.
really, but
I mean, you're just changing the address it exists at,
yeah.
right? So you haven't deleted anything. The page is always there. It always
But
existed.
then
You've
it's
just changed the
because you've
address.
changed it, it's like nothing really exists at that old one anymore. So it
Correct.
is
Yeah,
almost
and
like
so the
deleting it.
reason you want to, well, it's deleting it for the search. Like if it had a SERP that it was ranking for, right, then you would want to 301 that page to the new one so that there's continuity, right?
Yeah.
And otherwise, it's just going to go to a 404 page, and the chances are that's going to hurt your ranking.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean
That's
if we're talking about like a page on the same site, that's definitely what I do. Change the URL and then go into whatever plugin or however you're doing 301 redirects and just make sure you 301 the old URL to the new URL. So you don't gotta like copy and paste content, like create a whole new page or anything. You can literally just change the entire page, just change the URL to the new address, and then 301 should be good.
Bing bong bang
Bing,
bong bing.
bang, bang, bong. Anything else you want to add to that one, Nick?
No, I hope that makes sense.
Dino, you are welcome, good sir. Hopefully our answer helped you. All right. Hi, I run a localized price comparison website in my country. Site has next to no affiliate links or ads. I recently saw a massive drop on crawling rate on my site. No rank loss. Should I be worried? I'm definitely not like the biggest technical SEO wizard, and I
Yeah,
definitely
neither
am
of
not
us.
like monitoring my crawl rate on any of my websites at all, like on a regular basis. Um, but now that you have noticed it, it could definitely be something to look into. But the fact that you said that there's no ranking loss, like
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
just
worry
wouldn't
about it,
care
honestly.
enough to do it.
Now,
Unless you're getting
a
some kind of like
question maybe I
errors or
have.
something.
Yeah, I mean, did you kind of stop putting content up, or has like the site kind of remained a bit more stagnant lately? Because maybe that can cause some of the drop off as well.
He also
But like
says
Chris said, I mean, it's not something I'd really worry
He
about.
also says, I also 301 another shopping website to this website recently. But he also says I guess the 301's in the same niche.
Well, if you've got no ranking loss, then I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
And if it didn't pop up in the SERPs immediately, it's because 301s can take a bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely weird that you saw some, like if the crawling rate was always kind of like the same thing for whatever reason, and then one day it isn't. Definitely kind of weird, but it'd be, unless you made, I definitely wouldn't think a 301 would be the cause of not getting crawled. And yeah, just because, you haven't lost any rankings or traffic. I don't know. I kind of, if this was me, truthfully, honestly, I would sweep this one under the rug. I wouldn't worry about it. It would just be something that I kind of bothered me when I saw it, and then I would just not think about it anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can't think of the last time I looked up my crawl rate on anything, to be honest
Yeah,
with you. Not to say that it might not be valuable information, right?
yeah.
We stress it a lot that there's a lot of different ways to analyze data and to be a better SEO. That's just not one of the things that I really worry about, to be honest with you.
Okay, I'm gonna keep adding more. He's keeps adding more to this, so I'll just say it. He says he 301'd an internal page, 301'd to an internal page where I said we acquired X domain and 301 to this page. So you just 301'd everything to that inner page. How do you feel about that, Nick? He just
Sorry,
he 301 the other site just to a page that says we acquired this other
Oh,
domain.
no, I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
I would advise not doing when a company buys another company, they 301 to the homepage. Just like, I mean, like, there are ways to get
Homepage.
squirrely with
Yes.
301s, but it's not advisable, especially like on smaller sites. And, smaller sites, I'm talking about like 10,000 or less, 5,000 or less pages. So yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. I would just do a regular 301 to the homepage. Now you can always have a press release type
I
page
like that he
on
wrote
your
the little
website, on your money
post on the
site.
site as well. I mean, there's no problem with the page he made about it. And then, yeah, you
No,
could do
yeah,
a press release too. Those are both good ideas.
that's what I'm talking about, is the page on his
Okay,
site.
yeah.
It's because I'm calling that a press
Okay.
release. Like big sites, whenever they make a big move, they'll put it up as news press on their own
Mm-hmm.
site, and then they can syndicate to other editorials as well or whatever. So yeah, that's good practice. And if you've got an interlink back to the 301 that you did, I personally like to do it that way just because I feel like it creates continuity for a crawler.
So he also says none of our new pages are indexing for close to 2 weeks. So like,
Yeah, that's an issue.
were your articles indexing faster before? Like before, was everything indexing like in a day or two? And now it's like taking them weeks and nothing's indexing? Because if that's the case, then I would start to kind of think maybe something is a little not too good on top of the, okay, so he says yes. So yeah, the fact that you're having like, the indexing thing is the thing that bothers me by far the most. The getting crawled, not getting crawled as much
Well,
can
that's how
lead to
it's
not
getting
getting
indexed, yeah.
indexed, right? Um, but yeah, okay. So yeah, the fact that you're not getting indexed definitely bothers me. That would be something I would definitely look into if I were you. Um, I think that was your question. Should you be worried about it? And my answer is yeah, I would look into that for sure if you were,
Yeah, something's off.
yeah. So yeah, not the end of the world. Technical SEO can definitely be fixed. Just go and start poking around Google Search Console. Think of any kind of changes you made to the site. I still would find it.
Well, the 301 sounds like one that
You think
would
so?
have come in close proximity. Yeah,
But the 301,
especially depending on the size of his site and
I
stuff.
feel like the 301ing another domain to your domain would not affect like your site. It's not like
To an
Google would
inner
just stop
page,
crawling your site though. And they didn't take away his rankings
I
or
don't know.
anything. And
Yeah, that's the weird thing.
I just, if I was guessing, I would guess it's not the 301. I would try to figure out something else that's going on. Um, he's asking if he should remove the 301 now.
Just send it to your home page is my personal
Yeah,
recommendation. I wouldn't leave it going to an inner
yeah,
page.
like Nick was saying, I'll send it to the homepage, and then, but yeah, like I was saying, I don't think the 301's the issue really. I guess it could be. I just, if the 301 was the issue,
Dude,
I
this
feel like you'd
like
be
this.
losing some like traffic and keywords and rankings too. It's like it's not. I've never heard of someone 301ing a new domain to their site and then they're having indexing issues. That's just not something I don't think I've ever seen. But yeah, definitely worth looking into. Don't think it's a 301. Switch to 301 homepage, and then I would keep looking for other things. If you can't figure anything else out, you could try testing taking the 301 off for a little bit. But I just feel like it's probably not the issue. He says I did lose some rich snippets, but ranks have actually improved. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that. But yeah, hopefully the answer helped you out. Sorry, I can't like really audit your technical SEO for you, but definitely wanna look into that a little bit more. Hey Amar, can you please stop spamming our chat, brother?
Seriously.
Salam alaikum to you as well, but if you keep spamming, I'm just gonna have to mute you. Probably just a bot anyway. Okay, let's figure out how to do this. We don't do this too often, so how did we do it last time?
I don't know. I don't remember this
put user in
happening really
timeout.
before. I like
There, I
that.
put him in timeout.
Bad boy. Bad.
I don't know how long that's gonna work
Yeah,
for.
come on, everybody. No spamming stuff. Everybody's here to learn.
That's the second week in a row now
And,
we've got like spam stuff in our chat. It hasn't really happened.
I guess we're getting more popular,
before.
you know?
Yeah, you're welcome, Abdul. Hopefully that helps you out. If it doesn't, definitely feel free to like ask questions in our Facebook group. I don't know if you're in our Facebook group, SEO Roundtable, where you search for certain links a lot in Facebook groups. We're in there every day asking questions. I don't want to post your site in there, but you could ask questions about technical SEO or trying to get things indexed again. And yeah, we can definitely try to give you a hand if we can. All right, let's see what we got next. I think it might be site audit time.
Let's do it.
Okay. I'm going to message this one to you, Nick. And this is actually, he's also a new, he just entered into our managed link building service not too long ago. So we're doing the link building for him now. But he wanted more of an on page because we've already audited the off page as part of the application process, but I guess he wanted us to take a look at some of what's going on with his site itself just to see if we noticed anything. So let's say site audit. Let me see what else he said in the message. He just says, looking to have my on-site audited. Looking to have my on-site audit. All right, let me fire up Ahrefs real quick. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'll give y'all something cool to look at. Not too cool, though. Just a little snapshot of his site.
Well, I think we're going to have to audit everything.
I guess I don't need to put it in Ahrefs, so we're just doing the on-site stuff.
We should do the on and off. Just may as well just do the whole thing, I think.
Well, I already did the off page. A lot of his ranking losses because he like straight up just he got a little hit by an algorithm update, then he like removed a bunch of content.
Well, there's also, I mean, like anchor profile is really bad.
Yeah, but we don't need it. He just wants us to audit the on page. I've already audited, or we've already audited the off page. Yeah, we're doing kind of a recovery link building plan for him. Sorry guys, I'll get you that picture in 1 second. So yeah, as you can see, things are not looking too hot.
99.
Which is why probably came to us, getting some help with some links being built.
99 index pages here.
I guess we can just go ahead and start looking. But yeah, like I said before, he had ran into some trouble, removed a bunch of content. The off page was not looking too good. Believe the anchors were pretty rough, and I think the backlinks were pretty rough as well. Just let me take a quick look at it just to see again, just because I'm curious now. Yeah, anchor's definitely not too good. A lot of long, unnatural, repeated stuff. Links themselves did not look that bad. They look pretty relevant. Not all of them. But anyway, we're here to do is on page. So let's do that.
All right. So far,
sorry, go ahead.
Just jumping in and looking at some of this stuff. You've got a whole lot of articles that start off with best, which starting off a few months ago, affiliate websites that had a whole lot of best or review.
It's like a year ago by now.
Articles. Has it been that long?
Dude, it's time's been going fast, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's just been so many updates.
So many. Yeah, it's pretty exhausting, really. But yeah, so I would start diversifying that. A lot less best, this and that. And it looks like, if you're using Yoast or something, your titles and your permalinks are exactly the same. It's good to switch things up there, get some synonyms in, a little bit of diversity. There's not a lot of interlinking going on the articles that I did browse, which, of course is limited, but would definitely advise upping your interlinking. And then outside of that, I mean, like, the content looks okay. It's well written enough, comparable to other stuff that ranks. Looks like some articles are pretty lengthy, but that's something else you can look at. You can take your content, throw it into some tool like Surfer SEO. We like to use that a lot, and get ideas of what your competitors are doing, maybe upping some keyword density on some of these articles, etc. But yeah, especially the interlinking, lot left to be desired here.
Actually got some interlinks going on.
Really?
It's not a ton, but it's not
The last two articles I went to, I couldn't find any.
I've only checked two, and both the ones I've checked so far, they had a pretty decent amount in.
And then okay.
Go ahead.
One last thing is, like, you're on some of these articles, you're doubling up on your Amazon links. You've got the buy now on Amazon link, and then you've also got a more of a money anchor in each module for each individual item. You really don't need to do that, and then that's going to up the amount of outbound links you've got, going to Amazon affiliate, which I don't know. I think whenever you've got a website that's overly sending to one place, especially Amazon, that's something that in recent times hasn't been favored either in the SERPs. Not to say that you can't rank for stuff, but definitely want to diversify where you send outbound links to. And that includes adding some outbound authority links as well, which I haven't seen any of those, at least in this article or the last article.
I saw one to Wikipedia before.
Okay. But outside of that, I think that would be my advice, just looking at stuff at a glance.
Yeah, my number one piece of advice is it looks like pretty much every page is monetized that I've come across so far. I'm even trying to go into some of these that I expected not to be monetized, but they still are monetized. like instead of just being an informational article to use to bring more traffic into your site and then to funnel to your monetized pages, he's trying to monetize the informational articles.
Okay. Yeah, no, you don't want to, yeah, wouldn't advise doing that either.
Yeah. I didn't really read. Did you read any of this stuff as far as like
It all.
firsthand experience type
Oh no, I
stuff?
no, I didn't look into that.
So it looks like one thing you're okay. So just reading this article right here, you're definitely going to want to check out the most recent Google algorithm updates. We've got a couple of videos on them. But you could probably find more in-depth stuff. But definitely check out our channel. You can just search for like helpful content or update, or I can't even remember what the one before that was called. Product reviews update, maybe was the one right before that. But anyway, one thing you're really going to want to do is read those and see what Google has been doing as far as especially affiliate sites. And they're basically making it really hard on affiliates these days, and they're trying to cut down on the amount of people that are just creating affiliate sites out of thin air that don't really know anything, and they're just repeating stuff that they can find anywhere on the internet and making money.
Yeah, we're all
And because
doing it.
they basically just have the SERPs filling up with a bunch of crap that's been copied and pasted more or less, and it's not good for Google's users. We're affiliate marketers, so of course we don't like our job to be harder. We understand it sucks, but it's the way things are moving and it's understandable, right? So we got to adapt. One of the things that they're doing is they want you to demonstrate that you have some kind of actual experience with the things that you're reviewing, as you should, right? If you're writing a review on something, it's kind of expected that you've used it. So basically the way around this is in all your articles, you're writing a lot from the first person. I really like this. When I did this with it, this happened. Also things like using unique images. I'm not sure, these images that you're using, I'm not sure if they are unique or not. They could be, maybe. I'm not too sure. But unique images definitely helps with that. And yeah, definitely writing like first person and talking from your actual experience with the thing you're reviewing is going to help out a lot. And these are definitely things, it might kind of sound like, oh, I can probably not do this and get away with it. I definitely would not overlook this stuff. I think they're really going after affiliates hard, and I think it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So you pretty much got to play their game.
Yeah.
What else? Is there anything else? What else was covered? Sorry, my brain's not working right now. Like helpful content, product reviews. So I mentioned, adding more informational content that's not monetized. Going over Google's product reviews update for sure. Definitely look at all the bullet points on the product reviews update. Because it looks, if you're not doing what we just saw very quickly, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be doing any of the other stuff on there. I don't know what else was on the product reviews update besides like images, writing from first-hand experience, adding some kind of don't just make it like everyone else. Try to bring some other kind of like value to the table other than just writing the same exact thing that everyone else has. Like if you can just add something that other people don't have, that would definitely be a good thing as well. Anything else you can think of off the top of your head, Nick?
Not that we've already really gone over.
But this
No.
isn't even like on-site SEO. This is more like, I guess I don't even know what you would call this. It's content. I kind of want to pull up Google's product reviews update, even though we've gone over this before. Might as well throw it up on the screen
I
real
guess
quickly.
actually I did mention the permalinks and the title being the same, but then I'm also seeing a lot of the like H2s or H3s coming down, repeating a bunch of the same exact stuff too. So again, diversify all of that.
Yeah, so here's the thing right here. You can just search for Google Product Reviews Update and see exactly what they've said about it. They've got a bunch of stuff here. And then here at the very top, evaluate the product from the user's perspective. Like, what we were talking about. Show you're an expert. Audio, visuals, blah, blah, blah. Again, this needs to be unique. Measurements. How's it different? I'm sure you're doing this stuff. I'm sure you're doing that. Benefits and drawbacks. Blah, blah, blah. This is kind of an interesting one. Include links to other useful resources, your own or from other sites, to help a reader make a decision. So you could link to like similar products, and if they maybe don't want that one, you can link to other stuff that's kind of related.
DIY stuff, whatever, yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, I think the main things here are really just writing from personal experience and having like unique images and all that good stuff. I think this is like the biggest takeaways from the product reviews update. Should we look at helpful content real quick? So again, they're talking about first-hand experience. I don't think this one's going to be a problem. Primary focus, you're definitely writing about that. Okay. And so this one right here is it's a content primary to attract people for search engines rather than made for humans. And so I've heard a lot of people talking about this thing, or a lot about this helpful content is really, basically everyone's using Surfer, and we still use Surfer, and we'll continue to use Surfer. It's a great starting point. But I think at a certain point, they don't want the exact same thing. They want you to get the important stuff in there. There should be things that you basically have to include, but you should also kind of like bring your own thing to the table. Like, right, you should really just try to have something that the others don't have if possible. Extensive automation. I didn't really say extensive automation. Are you summarizing what others have to say? That's what I was just talking about. Anyway, I think that as far as the updates go, that's pretty much all I have to say as far as your site goes. But I think,
Yeah, I think you covered.
Sorry, what were you saying, Nick?
No, I was saying I think you covered the update pretty well in aspects of the site.
And yeah, as far as like your basic on-page goes, on-page looks good as far as I can tell. It looks like it's all nice and separated with like H2s and H3s. Why do you have so many H3s on this page? I'm a little confused because I'm looking at one of your articles and it actually only has 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. That would be like 4 H2s. But you have like 9 H2s and then like 30 H3s and H4s and H5s. I have no idea where that's coming from. This is like I wish I would have saw this earlier because I wish this could be like higher up in the list because I've actually got like really good results from like cleaning up H tags. So yeah, this would definitely be something I want to look into is making sure that you're not getting like H tags that are being pulled in when you're like adding, because they're probably coming in from like your footer and shit. Like you have some like, sorry for my language, you've got some like other related articles down here in your footer, but you've just like your page has like, instead of only having like 5 H2s, it's got like 30 H tags, which is going to confuse Google. H tags should be used to show Google the structure of the content on your page. Just cleaning that up, getting all those unnecessary H tags that are being pulled out of, places that aren't used to describe the structure of your article, and maybe even adding some more into your article if you need to. It doesn't really look like you need to. You could just do like the 5 H2s on the one I'm looking at or whatever. You can have like pretty nice results from that. You're really cleaning things up. You're making sure that Google knows that what's the topic of this piece, and it doesn't dilute it as much with all this other stuff that's not anywhere close to the topic. All this stuff is completely not related to the article, so definitely look into that as well. Got anything left to add, Nick?
No.
I didn't even look at his did you look at his URLs or his titles or anything?
Yeah, I talked about all that.
Okay, cool. I must have blacked out, so I won't talk about that anymore. Cool. I think we've done enough for this one. Hopefully that helps you out a bit, and at least gives you somewhere to start making some improvements. Yeah, definitely some improvements to make. And all the things that we mentioned, if you improve on these things, I would say everything we mentioned is like a kind of a must do. But it's exciting because it's all stuff that when you do these things, you're just going to be on this much better path to getting some really nice ranking results. And it's going to go really nice if you do all this stuff in conjunction with our link building. But as things stands, we're building links for the site. And, you might see some results from the links or whatever, but it will be nowhere as close to what it could be to if you were to make these changes that we're talking about as well. This stuff really, 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 really goes hand in hand in 2022. We're in the do all the things age. So definitely, I'm glad that you were asking about it and not just going to rely on our backlinks to dig you out of the hole. But let us know if you have any other questions, and hopefully that helps. Whew, okay. Let's see what we got next. Like always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. Join us in SEO Roundtable Facebook group. We're in there every day answering questions. Black Friday sale coming up, 25% off all backlinks. If you need links, biggest sale of the year. Don't miss it. And Nick's new case study, 50-page affiliate masterclass on how to
all
rank
for free
and bank.
How can they afford to do this?
All right, looks like we're going to have another audit. Do we have time?
No. We have 7 minutes left in this show. Any questions? Any straggler questions out there? We don't have time for an audit for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle another audit. I kind of just want to go to sleep. Almost 2 a.m. here.
Yeah, let's, no, we'll just go over questions, or if there are none, we can cut it short too.
I don't think we have any. Yeah, let me see if we got any left over.
Bitcoin's at 16.5 right now. Mamma mia. And Sol, anyhow, this isn't a crypto chat, but
well, tell me.
I know
though,
some of you
I'm
SEO
interested.
and some of you, dude, Sol got tanked. It's at
that was my favorite back in
it
the
just
a
went
year
down
ago.
to 976, and supposedly I can't something like 53.6 million Sol, so $1 billion in Sol is being unstaked right now. It'll unstake in 14 hours.
Holy
And
moly.
you can believe that's going to cascade that even further. It's going to be another Luna style event, I think, just completely gone, eliminated. Yeah, I'm trying to get a short in, but the order won't fill,
That's crypto for you.
That's it.
Oh man. You talk to our boy K. I don't want to say his name. Papa K.
Oh yeah,
You
we
talk to him
still
at all?
chat here and there. Yeah. I wonder if he's not holding any of this.
I think he was. I mean,
but it's about to
been a long time.
be buy time. I've got some money sitting just waiting to be deployed. It's kind of hard not to want to deploy some right now, to be honest with you.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it there. We're like 5 minutes early, but hey, we've gone late like every single stream, so you owe us 5 minutes this time. We're gonna take off a little bit early. Unless you got any questions that pop up into your head,
it's
you can
late,
you can type them in right now. But yeah, it's 2 a.m. here. I just moved to Bangkok. I'll be here a few months. If you're in Bangkok, send me a message. We'll go get some dinner or drinks or whatever. Talk about SEO.
Code name.
But yeah,
Bangkok
we'll be
Dangerous.
back next week. we'll be back next week. Maybe not same time. We might be changing up the time actually, since it's so late here now. Not sure exactly what we're gonna do on that, but it might be like 10 a.m. Central instead of noon, so like 2 hours earlier. Let us know in the comments what you think about that. But yeah, maybe 10 a.m. Central instead of 12 noon. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Not sure on the time, but we will be back. All right, guys, thanks for showing up. Hopefully it helped. And yeah, see you next time. Join us on Facebook. Bye-bye.